Recently had a really good question from somebody via email, a nurse, and I thought I'd share the answer here on TikTok. So basically, something really embarrassing happened. Like, there was misunderstanding. She got really frustrated about it, vented to the patient, not a good look. And she's like, okay, this happened. How do I come back from this? Like, I don't want to look like a total idiot to my colleagues. Like, how do you come back from kind of making a fool out of yourself in front of your colleagues? So what I told her was, one of the things she said she did was, right after it happened, she went around and apologized, like, hey, dude, I'm sorry. That was not cool of me, blah, blah, blah. So first of all, I was like, good job. Because here's what makes a mistake, or maybe a lapse in judgment, or a, we freaked out at something unnecessarily. What turns it from a mistake to a cringe event is doubling down, is blaming somebody else. And maybe somebody did do something wrong, and that could be totally true. But when we focus on other people and try to build ourselves up by tearing other people down or doubling down on our mistake, that's when it gets cringeworthy. So I told her, great job for, first of all, owning up to everybody and say, hey, I'm sorry, I did blah, blah, blah. Whoops, not cool. I'm sorry. Next, she had mentioned that she likes to use humor, at work. And I was like, you know what? Like, use this, like, refer to it later when it's organic in a situation. Like, well, don't mess up like I did when X, whatever happened, and I decided to make a fool out of myself and blah, blah, blah. Like, make it, like, lighthearted. And, like, if you're, like, the first one to make fun of yourself, then, hey, kind of takes the sting out of it. This needs to be lighthearted and humorous, not deprecating. Like, you need to do it wisely, I think, but that can really soften that situation at a later date. Another option is to use it as a teaching thing when you're chatting with someone else who's new to your unit and maybe other people overhear it, that kind of thing. Like, hey, this happened. I made a fool out of myself. Please don't make that same mistake I did. Finally, acting normal afterwards is a big thing. If you constantly, after you make a mistake, are looking for the approval of other people, again, that gets kind of cringeworthy again. Let's move on. Let's just move on. Follow for more nurse tips.